of double complete concrete. We get a awesome paver job for you guys to be shown as we go along through the process and show you guys how to do it. And so far what me and Sam have done today is pretty much all the calculations, slopage, and utilizing the whole backyard for drainage setup. I'm going to show you guys what we've done. So pretty much what we've done is we're going to be breaking this yard up into a couple sections. Here's the first section from the corner of the house to that gate where we just walked into. We're going to slope this all to the front. We got a good about 1% slope and 20 feet. Next, what we're doing right over here, this is going to be a little break point. We're going to crown the pavers. From this point, we're going to be shooting it that way and this way. This stake right here is going to represent one of the drains that we're going to be utilizing for this area of the patio. Pretty much all the water is going to run right to this drain right here. Luckily, there's already a drainage system already installed, so we can tap right into it. Right over here, another break point pretty much is we're going to have everything sloping right into this drain. Stake representing another drain. And then one last setup, one last break point is going to be right here, right on the corner of the house. We're going to have everything sloping this way and from the gate back to us to this stake. So we're pretty much having a couple of break points in the whole backyard to help pretty much with the best drainage setup we can, pretty much what we thought of. Oh, and then on the side yard, guys, we're doing artificial turf right back here for the dogs. Use the restroom. So, and then the paver we're actually going to be going with is a antique cobbler. It's actually a really nice paver. So I'm excited to get this install for you guys done and put this video up. So stay tuned, guys. Follow us on Instagram because we're always uploading on Instagram about little small clips here and there. So stay tuned. Alright, so here we are digging out this backyard paver patio. It's roughly about 1,300 square feet. It's a pretty big paver job, and I'm excited to put this whole project together and show you guys along the process. Right now we're just digging down roughly about, I think, 10 inches in total so that we can get our base, sand, and pavers in. And I believe we put about 5 inches of road base in total for extra strength and being able to hold up the weight of the pavers and sand and just pretty much foot traffic. Nothing too crazy. If it was a driveway, I probably would have used maybe roughly about 8 to 10 inches of road base. I actually recently completed another paver project that did involve a driveway with pavers, so that video will be coming up eventually once I get the whole video all edited out. But this dirt was insane. It was so hard to dig, and I forgot to bring our little Makita jack for digging out this dirt, so we had to pick everything by hand. One of us would pick and the other two were shoveling, and it just took us all day doing this non-stop. You can see I actually laser leveled pretty much this whole, like I was saying in the beginning, I laser leveled the whole patio out, so I know exactly what to dig to, and I'm pretty much following the string line so that I can get my depth, and then from there I'm gonna move from the string line to the rest of the patio, just following grade. And this was a little foot landing pad they always have to put out side of these new houses they build, and I'm just gonna be taking this out so that we can install our new pavers right there. And then this is going to be about a 5-part series, guys, so I hope you guys stay tuned for the whole project and process of everything that we went through to install this paver patio. This actually is going to be the very first paver project we've ever put up on the channel. Kind of a unique little job. If you guys do like us showing these paver projects too on the channel, let us know, and we'll continue and keep putting out good videos like this. This project was pretty much completed just with me, Sam, and Ernie. Ernie's the guy in the gray. I'm in the red and Sam's in the blue. The only time we actually brought in a little bit more extra help was on actually laying the pavers.
brought in 2 extra guys to help us lay them all out, get this project done, or sped up a little faster. And you can see what I was saying, guys, when I was following the string line. I was first getting my depth. Once I had my depth, I can just follow the grade of where I dug on the first side and transfer that level over. And I actually put up another string line just to be, because I started getting pretty far from my first string line. So I put up another string line so that I can follow that string line from there on, just to make sure I was getting the correct grade that I needed, the correct depth for my base, sand, and pavers. Oh, and if you guys could, I would really appreciate a like for this video, a share. I mean, for all the work we put into making these videos, filming everything for you guys, showing you exactly how to do this kind of stuff, I'd really appreciate that. And then right here, what we're doing, guys, is I set those, like I was saying in the very beginning, those stakes are representing drain lines. And pretty much I'm going to be sloping everything in this little square that I made through the string lines to that drain. And I put about 2% slope on them. And we want to make sure that we're digging the correct amount. And I'm also trying to get this drain line undug so that I can extend it over to my other areas of this patio to put drain lines in over there. This is the drain line I was talking about in the very beginning, where we're gonna tap right into it.
What's going on, you guys? This is Tim Odell with Odell Complete Concrete. We're on that 1,300 square feet paver job. What we're doing right now is we're just pretty much grading the whole backyard out, and we're gonna be putting about 4 inches of road base in. So we're having to dig, pretty deep to get this all graded perfectly. So right over here is what we're working with right now. I've set string lines and laser level everything in so that we know where we're digging. And the dirt is actually super hard, so it's killing us, but we're getting there. We got the little Makita digger over there that's really saving us. On top of that, dump fees aren't looking too pretty either. But so we're gonna be trenching through here as well, putting drains in. I know I talked about that, but I just want to re-emphasize that so you guys know, what's going on with this job.
So yeah, like I was saying, dump fees aren't looking too pretty. The dirt is insanely hard. It's like I was saying earlier, it's like boulders and rock in here. That's why the dump fees are not looking too pretty, because the dirt's so heavy. It's like rock clay. And but we're getting along because this is actually, I believe, the second day, and I brought the Makita, little mini Makita jackhammer, which really saved us from breaking our backs all day, because we can just go through stuff like concrete. Just taking all the string lines down now so that we can really get in here with our shovels and wheelbarrows and really get rid of this dirt. Plus, now that we have a good idea of what we want, since I had the string lines up, we can kind of get a good visual of how we wanted the grade to look. So you can see I just pretty much go through the whole dirt like I'm breaking out concrete, jack all the dirt up, and then just come back with a flatty, get right under that dirt and scoop it up. This is pretty much what we were dealing with the whole time as we were digging out this whole backyard patio. All those rocks, and that was just a little bit of the rocks. We're just grading and raking out all the rocks right now so that we can get some nice flat dirt and get those rocks out of there. And here we are extending the drain lines right now. We have to dig that drain line out a little more just so we can move it around and cut the end off so we can put a T on it, because we're going to be tapping into that little downspout rain gutter and extending a drain line over to the main patio area. We actually ended up putting one more drain line by the vinyl fence gate, because my math was actually off in the very beginning when I was telling you guys we had 1% and 20 feet from that corner of the house to that vinyl fence gate. It actually wasn't 1%, it was a little less, so I didn't want to risk having any puddles or nothing flowing, so I ended up changing that whole layout idea, and you guys will see that later on in the video as I put another drain line in there. And you can see right now, guys, I'm just laser leveling pretty much the height of all the drain lines right now, of where I need to set them and how high they're going to be. They're going to be the lowest points in this whole paver backyard patio. So if you guys don't have a laser level and you're doing these type of projects, I recommend getting one, because honestly it's like nearly impossible to do these jobs without one. Not saying it isn't, but it makes the job harder than it has to be. What's going on, you guys? We're on I believe day 5 on this job, this paver job. We're putting in all the drains right now. You can see all the drains we've been putting in. There's one right here as well, the main drain of the whole paver patio. And we got Sam over here setting up some string lines right now. We're gonna be putting string lines all the way from the back of this area, pulling it all the way to Sam right there. Then we're gonna set a form board so that when we bring in our base art here, we can butt our base right up against the form board. And then we're going to be digging a little hole so that we can start our concrete, so that we can put pavers right on top as the border to lock in all the pavers in place so they don't move. So that's what we're doing right now, and I'll keep you guys updated as we move along. So we're pretty much just measuring off the back of that wall, 5 feet off of it, and then we're putting a string line pretty much as straight as we can make it, so that we can put our form in. And then on the curve, that's when we started to have to using just measuring off the wall and curving with the back wall area with some bender board. And this was kind of a mistake, guys, what I'm doing right here, putting that form board in, or pretty much just putting my border in first for the pavers. It would have been a lot easier to put the border in last, but I only put the border in on this side because I thought it was going to make everything easier if I had my height elevations already established when I started putting all the pavers in. But now I know for next time, I'm not going to do anything like that. I'm just going to probably have stakes on the outside representing my height, and then I'm going to chop saw the border in. And you'll see what I mean later on, guys, in this video series as we go along. I'm going to show you guys pretty much the mistakes and why what I did right here made this job go take longer and made it harder on me pretty much. But you can see I put the form board in anyways, and you guys saw me just putting all the drain lines in, and I'm putting string lines up right now so that once we're bringing all this base in, I don't go above the certain height that I need, because I'm going to be putting 1 inch of sand in, and the pavers are about 2 1/4. So, and like I was saying earlier, I'm putting 4 inches of base. I thought I put 5, but I guess I put 4. So putting 4 inches of base, then 1 inch of sand, and 2 1/2 inches of, or 2 1/4 of the pavers. So in total, I roughly had to dig about 8 inches down. Pretty much double of what you'd have to dig with concrete. So pretty much from the top of the string line to the bottom of the base, I want 3 1/4. So that's what the string line represents right there. And me and Sam actually graded out everything a very probably different way than most people grade out their paver projects, because we had so many different slopes and ways that the water was going to break and crowns in this backyard, and just pretty much how we divided off all the sections of this backyard. We just graded things in a different way. Most people would probably use PVC pipes called rails. You put them pretty much on top of your base, and then you screed the top of them because they're about 1 inch exactly. You can get a 1/2 inch or 3/4, whatever. Really, the sand, it really just helps you figure out what you're going to be. The sand really just helps you get a perfect grade to lay the pavers on top of. That's the whole point of sand, really. And we just did this in a different way, and you guys will see. We used a rake pretty much to grade the whole backyard, and screed boards, since we mainly deal with concrete. We're so used to rotting everything. We just pretty much rotted the sand in the base like we would with concrete, and I mean, it worked for us, but it might have been a little more work maybe. but I thought it was just going to be easier since we had so many different ways that everything was sloping. It wasn't just a one shot, like straight shot of sloping one direction. Pretty much everything was sloped like a big dome or circle, you know, to all the drains. And right there, what I'm doing, guys, is we're just establishing the exact height of what we need these drains setting at. You can see the guys in the back are bringing in base. So that drain's done and set. And now we're just going to pretty much do exactly what we did for that drain on all the other drains. And like I was saying, guys, we want 2% slope pretty much to all the drains. 1.5 to 2%. Anywhere around there, and I'd be satisfied with. I'm going to be using a 2x4 on top of stakes and pretty much running them to the drain, and then looking at putting a level on top to see what my percentage of slope is, and then measuring down from the 2x4, making sure that I have at least 3.25 from the bottom or top of the base to the bottom of that 2x4. So that will tell me I'm perfectly graded everywhere. And you can see I'm squaring off this area right now, guys. There's a break point from the corner of the house, so pretty much this whole little square section you see with the string lines, that's one little section of its own. And then from the gate to that string line, that's one section of its own. So in total, guys, I believe I divided this whole backyard up into about five areas in total. I have the laser level on right now, and I'm putting stakes in right now. I'm pretty much putting stakes at the farthest point from this little section right here, and putting them at the tallest height pretty much of where the pavers will be setting. And I want to just get about 2% slope from the highest point to the drains. So I put stakes all along the outside borders of each section and put a 2x4 on top of them, put a level on top of those 2x4s, and ran that 2x4 from the furthest point on the outside of those borders to the drain. And that's pretty much how I graded out every section and got pretty much perfect slope. A little update on the job. We just pretty much set up this whole side over here. I'm putting a little stakes up so I can put a 2x4 on top and check for slopage, making sure I'm dead level pretty much with the back of these forms right over here, which I am. So we're going to be just grading this whole side, making sure we have about 3.5 inches from the bottom of that 2x4 right there, so we can still get our sand in and pavers, and we should have perfect slope from there, guys. So that's pretty much going to do it for this part of the video, guys. In the next part, I'm going to be laying in all the sand and actually putting in the paver borders. So stay tuned for part 2, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and learned something. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Really appreciate if you guys could like the video. It does really help out our videos and gets us out there to a wider audience for more people to view our videos. We do a lot of work in these videos, guys, and it means a lot every time you guys like our videos or even comment. You know, we love hearing from you guys and getting feedback on maybe what we can improve on in our videos. And if you guys do like doing or seeing like live interactions throughout the jobs, let me know, because I can definitely try working on that and doing more of that in the future. But thank you guys, and have a great day.